time.
No. That's not what I'm asking. Who's the my? Who's the my?
It says, all you who believe, be you helpers in the cause of Allah, as Jesus, son of Maryam, said to the disciples, who are my helpers,
Who's the my? Who's the my?
the disciples, who are Jesus' helpers. In the cause of Allah.
So it is Jesus' helpers. Of what?
In the cause of Allah. I just
Oh!
Hello, amazing viewers. Welcome back to Religious Insights. On today's episode of this debate with Godlogic, a dishonest, knowledgeable Muslim guy gets kicked for being a liar. The truth is that a honest Muslim is an ex-Muslim. Let's watch this video to find out what actually happened.
I've been Muslim.
Welcome. Are you Sunni, Shia, what?
I am a Sunni Muslim, alhamdulillah.
Welcome to the panel. Have you ever been here before, or is this our first time meeting?
Oh no, it's actually first time. I've been watching you for a couple years. I've also been watching your debates. So yeah, I'm not like I'm aware of what you do.
Okay, awesome. Well, welcome to the panel.
Thank you.
So the topic I'm addressing today is that the Christians today, the Trinitarian Christians, are the true followers of Jesus that Allah helped and supported back in the day. What are your thoughts on that?
So your point is that the true Christians are the Trinitarians?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in chapter 5, it says that Jesus said to his people, "O my people, you have no God beside Allah." Mm-hmm. So how would you reconcile that?
Well, that doesn't go against the Trinity, that there's no God other than God. The Trinitarians believe that there's one God. There's no God outside of him, just that he exists as three distinct persons. That's all.
So when Jesus tells his people in Surah Al-Ma'idah, you have absolutely no God beside Allah, is that what you believe as well?
Yeah, I believe that there's no God other than God.
Right. Then the only God is Allah.
Oh, are you saying Allah specifically of Islam?
Well, what does Allah mean? Allah means the only true God. So
it doesn't, but I'll go with you on that. Are you saying that when you say Allah, you mean specifically the God that's described in Islam?
Well, ilah, right? The word ilah in Arabic means God. Allah just simply means the only true God in Arabic. Because the Christian Arabs, right? What do they say? They say Allah. So are you admitting that Allah is the only true God and he has no partners?
No, I don't believe in the Allah of the Quran.
Okay. So which verse specifically are you talking about with regards to Allah helped and supported the true Christians with regards to them being the Trinitarians? Like, where's your proof for that?
It's chapter 61, verse 14. I'll put it up on the screen.
Okay.
So this is what it... Oh, I already had it over here.
Sure.
Okay. So this is what it says here. Let me just put this up real quick.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Chloe, for the super chat. Hold on. A couple super chats here. Yeah, no, Annabelle. All right. Let me just share the screen and let's do it this way. All right. There you go. So on the left, we have 61:14. That's on the left. On the right, we'll have 355. Okay. So on the left, it says, "O you who believe, be you helpers of Allah." Mm-hmm. As Isa, son of Maryam, said to the disciples, "Who are my helpers of Allah?" The disciples said, "We are Allah's helpers."
Sure.
Then a group of the children of Israel believed and a group disbelieved. So we gave power to those who believed against their enemies, and they became uppermost.
And this somehow gives you evidence that the true Christians somehow worship the Trinity?
Well, yeah, because it says that the believers became uppermost against their enemies, right?
And where does that imply that they were Trinitarians?
Well, the Trinitarians are the ones who are uppermost, right?
Well, you can't just make that claim. You have to provide evidence. You're reading a verse that says that the true believers at the time of Jesus, right, were the ones who were victorious. But where does that imply in any way, shape, or form that they worship the Trinity?
All right, so let me like this. Okay, what is the dominant view amongst those who claim to be the followers of Jesus? What's the dominant view?
Well, that's irrelevant because that's according to you. That's
well, no, it's not. It's
really
not according to me. Just objectively, what's the dominant view among Christians?
The dominant view among Christians today?
Mm-hmm.
is that they worship a Trinity. But what does that have to do with the verse?
The verse says that Allah helped the believers and made them dominant, made them uppermost.
Which believers is it talking about?
It's talking about the
Believers
followers
today?
of Jesus. It's talking about the followers of Jesus. So if the followers of Jesus, right?
Yes.
Well, Allah said that the followers of Jesus were the uppermost, the victorious ones.
Yes.
The victorious ones right now are the Trinitarians. So that would mean that the Trinitarians were the followers of Jesus that Allah helped.
Well, not necessarily, because also in chapter 5, like I mentioned earlier, what did it say about Jesus? It said when Jesus said, indeed, we have sent Jesus to, indeed, when Jesus was sent to the children of Israel, he said, "O children of Israel, you have absolutely no God worthy of worship beside Allah." So that shows that Jesus, the message he taught the children of Israel, was there's absolutely no God worthy of worship beside Allah, not in a Trinity. So the Quran is saying the people of Jesus at his time worshipped Allah alone.
So no Trinity.
Yes, because you can't. You only read one verse. Like for example, if I was to pull out one verse from the Testament,
I got you. I understand what you're saying, and I understand that that the Quran preaches against the Trinity. So basically, the Trinitarians would be the disbelievers, then, right? The ones who kind of infiltrated the real followers of Jesus and disrupted the message of Jesus and put their disbelief and made it the dominant one, right?
Anyone who worships other than Allah is a disbeliever according to the Quran.
And you're saying that the Trinitarians are disbelievers.
Anyone who worships other than Allah is a disbeliever.
I heard you. So are Trinitarians disbelievers?
Well, according to what I said, yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. I just got to be clear. You know what I'm saying? Got to be clear. All right.
No problem.
So,
I just thought you were able of, comprehending what I said, but it's okay.
I'm a little slow, man. You got to take it slow with me. So the Trinitarians are the disbelievers. Okay. And the Trinitarians are the ones who are dominant right now. This verse,
sure.
It's very relevant because who does Allah say will be dominant? The believers, right?
What time?
Oh, man, I'm glad
Are you saying that Allah is talking about the Trinitarians today because it says the children of Israel at the time of Jesus were commanded to worship Allah only in chapter 5?
Well, it's not just there. Over here in 355, it tells us how long they'll be dominant. So it says here, and remember when Allah said, "Oh Jesus, I will take you and raise you to myself and clear you of those who disbelieve, and I will make those who follow you superior to those who disbelieve." Let's skip all the brackets.
And what are they following exactly?
Well, we're about to find out. All right, look, he makes the believers superior, right? How long? From that day forward until the day of resurrection.
And what message now until the day of resurrection? What message are they following? Right? Because when we read the Quran, what does it say in chapter 5? Again, what did Jesus say to his people? What was the message? Was the message, "Oh, my people, you have no one to worship beside me, the Father and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity"? Or was it, "You have absolutely no God worthy of worship beside Allah"? Because when we read chapter 5, right, Jesus, the message he gave to his people was that you have no God worthy of worship beside Allah. And what you're saying is, no, we believe in a triune God. So you have to now provide evidence, right, where it says in the Quran that Jesus commanded his people to worship a triune God.
Well, I don't. What I have to do, all I can do is this. Let me grant you that Jesus did not teach the Trinity. Let me grant you that. Sure. So, as you already said, the Trinitarians are the disbelievers.
Sure.
I'll grant that to you. So, but this is the problem.
Sure.
Allah said that he made the believers of Jesus superior, the followers of
true
Jesus.
Believers.
Yeah, the true believers. That he helped them become superior over the disbelievers. And they will be superior until the day of resurrection.
But Avery, which believers? That's the question.
The true ones. Yeah. The true ones. So this is I'm about to show you what the problem is. Let's say the true ones. I'll say it again. I'm granting you that the Trinitarians are not the true believers. I'm granting that to you. They're the disbelievers. Okay? I'm granting that to you. Okay, boom. So the true believers, Allah helped and supported and made them dominant over the disbelievers. Not just at that time, but from that time until the day of resurrection. We clear?
Sure.
All right. Now, that means that there will be never any time where the disbelievers are uppermost over the believers.
The disbelievers are upper over the believers?
Yeah, there will never be a time because Allah helps them from then all the way until they.
In what context? How so?
The context of spreading the true message of Jesus.
Which is what, according to the Quran.
Well, why do you keep doing that?
Because what you're doing is you're taking one verse, you're saying this is what it means.
What's my argument? What's my argument? I don't even think you know the argument yet. What's my argument?
Well, your argument basically is that Allah is going to raise the true believers of Jesus over the disbelievers until the day of judgment, and you're saying that because the believers will be raised above the disbelievers until the day of judgment. Then I think what you're trying to imply is, well, what is the message of Jesus today? How God is helping the Christians today. But what I'm telling you is you're taking one verse out of the Quran and you're leaving all the other verses, because in chapter 5 verse 72, what does it say? Those who say Allah is the Messiah, son of Mary.
You're not getting it. You're not. I don't mean to cut you off, but you're not getting it.
No problem.
Look,
maybe I'm not.
You don't have to repeat that again. You don't.
No, this was a different verse. It's not.
Well, you don't have any verse that shows that Jesus is not God, that goes against the Trinity or whatever. You don't have to show it. I'm granting you that.
Okay.
So whatever Jesus taught or is taught about Jesus from the Quran, I'm granting you all of that. Those who taught that, those are the true believers. We clear?
Sure.
Okay. So anybody that taught anything outside of that, they're the disbelievers.
And anybody who does not worship Allah alone is a disbeliever, according to
got it. So the Trinitarians, as you already said, are the disbelievers. Yes. Okay, let's move forward now. So this means that the disbelievers will never ever, according to the verse, become uppermost against the believers. They will never be able to succeed against them, stop them from spreading the message, distort their message, and make the disbelieving message the dominant one.
Okay. So what is your point?
So my point is, what is the dominant belief amongst the so-called followers of Jesus today?
Again, you have to prove that the so-called followers of Jesus today are following Jesus' message.
I'm not. Oh my goodness. If they're so-called followers of Jesus, this is why I'm saying so-called. What do they claim to believe, man? They say that they follow Jesus. What is the dominant view among them?
Yes, but Avery, what you're not understanding is the verse, right? When it says that, you can't just say, okay, if Jesus comes to his people with a message, correct? He comes with this, let's say you're granting me this argument. And let's say Jesus comes to his people. He says, "Oh, my people, worship Allah alone." Okay? You have to now prove to me where it says anything about a triune God, because you're saying because you have to prove it. You can't just make this claim out of nowhere. I don't know what you're talking about.
What claim am I making?
You're saying that the majority of the Christians today are following the triune God. Okay? And you're saying because of this, there you go. Now they have the victory over the disbelievers.
Why am I saying that?
Because of the verse. But you're misrepresenting the verse.
Wait. See, here it is showing that you don't get it again. You don't get it. Okay. You don't get it, and I'm getting a little nervous right now. Okay. I'm getting a little nervous.
Okay.
The Trinitarians are the disbelievers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So did Allah help the Trinitarians, or did he help the real believers in Jesus?
Allah helped the ones who follow Jesus' message, which is Tawheed.
Which is not the Trinitarians. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So that means that the ones who are not the Trinitarians, they're the ones who Allah truly helped. They are the ones who are to be dominant above the Trinitarians.
No, here's my question. That's not what it means. That's not what it means. No, you're misrepresenting the verse now. That's not what the verse means.
Let's do this one.
It's saying, I will deliver you.
Stop.
Go ahead.
Jesus asked, "Who are my helpers of Allah?" The disciples say, "We are the helpers of Allah." What does it mean to be helpers of Allah?
Meaning that we are the ones who are, worshiping Allah as he deserves to be worshipped. We're the ones who are following Allah's message.
That's not helping him. What does it mean to be a helper of Allah? What is Jesus, when Jesus is asking, "Hey guys,"
fighting in the cause of Allah.
What does that mean?
Meaning that they're following the prophet at that respective time.
What does that mean though? How are they helping the prophet?
I just told you, because they're following their prophet at that time and they're fighting in the cause of Allah. So
what does it mean to fight in the cause of Allah? You're still not telling me.
To fight in the cause of Allah is to do jihad. Do you not know what jihad is?
What is that?
Jihad, right? There's different types of jihad.
Okay, just stop.
In this context,
when Jesus says, "Who are my helpers of Allah?" What is he asking for?
He's saying, who will fight in the cause of Allah with me? Who will
Fight
be?
in how? How will they fight?
You want me to tell you exactly how?
Yeah, exactly.
And that
Tell me
somehow
how.
proves that the majority of the Christians today are the ones who are the real believers. That's
How
a
will they
horrible
fight?
point.
How will they fight?
What? You want,
What? How will they fight?
So, okay, first we have to understand what jihad means. Jihad, right?
How will they fight in the cause of Allah? How?
Are you gonna allow me to finish, dude? Or?
I'm allowing. Look, I'm gonna give you one last chance, my man, because you're wasting my time. I'm gonna give you one last.
You haven't shown any symmetry breaker.
I'm gonna give you.
You haven't shown any symmetry breaker, man.
You're right. You're right. I'm gonna give you one last chance to get this right.
Sure.
I know that you're like, a little. It's not connected.
I don't think your homemade tafsir is gonna really understand what the Quran is saying.
No, it doesn't matter. When Jesus asks, "Who are my helpers of Allah?"
Yes.
What is Jesus asking for?
He's asking, right, or he's saying, who are my true helpers? Meaning that who's going to really follow my message?
There we go. Who's
going to
follow my message?
Yes.
But Jesus is doing something because he's saying,
yeah,
who's gonna help me do this?
Yes.
What is Jesus doing?
What is he doing?
Mm-hmm.
He's worshiping Allah.
But how is he helping Allah? What is he doing exactly?
Where does it say that Jesus is helping Allah? Where does it say that?
Who are my helpers of Allah?
It says, who are my helpers of Allah?
So they're helping him help Allah.
Where does it say, who are my helpers of Allah? Now you're still misrepresenting the verse. Where does it say that?
Who?
In the cause of...
Read this.
Yeah, in the cause of Allah. Not who's helping Allah, Avery.
Who? Oh, really?
Who are my helpers? Read the rest. In the cause.
Who's helpers? Who's helpers?
His helpers are the true believers at that time.
No. That's not what I'm asking. Who's the my? Who's the my?
It says, all you who believe, be you helpers in the cause of Allah, as Jesus, son of Maryam, said to the disciples, who are my helpers?
Who's the my? Who's the my?
The disciples, who are Jesus' helpers.
Oh, so it is Jesus' helpers. Of what?
In the cause of Allah.
Oh, so they're helping Jesus do something. They're helping Jesus
and what is that according to the Quran?
Of Allah. What is Jesus doing exactly?
Jesus is worshiping Allah alone and not worshiping himself.
Okay, so he's already doing that. They're already doing that. But what is he doing to help
Makes
Allah?
more sense than him worshiping himself.
What is he doing to help Allah? Is worshiping him helping him?
Where does it say helping Allah? It says in the cause of Allah. You're not reading the verse correctly, man.
Really?
It says in the cause.
Is the cause of Allah in brackets?
Brother, you cannot read the verse in the
English.
Right.
Is the word? Oh, you're right. I can't read it in. You know what? We can't read it in English.
Allow me to finish.
Let's go to the Arabic. Hold on. Let's go to the Arabic.
Wait, brother. Allow me to finish. What's your problem?
No. Let's go to the Arabic.
You're getting very nervous. Just let me finish
Wait, here it is. Be helpers, Ansara, Ilahi of Allah. Where does it say in the cause of?
You cannot take one word per word, right? And then say, this is the definition.
You're wasting my time. Get out of here, dude. You're an absolute waste of time.
Okay, welcome back, guys. That was a very, very fascinating and somehow exhausting to watch. The guy lied his way throughout the debate. If not that, Godlogic had to kick him out. If you give this guy 10 hours in this debate, he will keep on lying and repeating the same line over and over again without any substantial evidence to back up his claim. To be honest, listening to this guy sometimes it hurts. It hurts most times listening to them. You don't have to be dishonest to defend the truth. If what you believe is the truth, then you don't have to lie to protect it. As Christian Prince would always say, you cannot debate a Muslim since you cannot debate a dishonest person. What that means is that if you want to debate a Muslim, then you should be ready to debate a dishonest person. Most of these guys come to debate with what they believe and not what the Quran have said. The 21st century Muslims don't care about what the Quran says. They just want to follow what they believe to be true. Whatever the Quran is saying is none of their business as long as they just want to satisfy their curiosity and their minds. They don't care if the truth is being trampled on. And also, this guy just proved to us the level of dishonesty and lies that is in Islam. The guy was so dishonest that he could not give a straightforward answers to the question being asked, and it is difficult listening to him, the most honest Muslim is already an ex-Muslim. Guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends and your family. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next video.